LEGO Friends isn't just about building bricks, it's about building friendships, fun, and stories that come to life. If you've ever wondered what makes this LEGO series so special, it's the colorful world of Heart Lake City, where 5 best friends go on adventures, help their community, and follow their dreams. With fun sets, cool characters, and a world full of creativity, LEGO Friends is perfect for kids who love both imagination and friendship. In this video, we will tell you in detail about the LEGO Friends. So, make sure you hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon to get regular updates. Let's take a closer look at what makes LEGO Friends a favorite for so many. The problem LEGO had to solve. Before we get into LEGO Friends, let's first look at the problem LEGO was facing. LEGO was a well-known and loved toy brand all over the world in the early 2000s. But something wasn't there. The business found out that most of their buyers were boys. In fact, studies have shown that boys bought about 90% of LEGO sets. That meant LEGO was losing out on a lot of kids, mostly girls, who weren't interested in the toy in the same way. LEGO realized that their toys had been mostly made with boys in mind for a long time. Girls also liked to build things, but by the time they were 8, many of them were no longer interested in LEGO. The company knew that adding a few girly touches or making the sets pink wouldn't solve the problem. They had to figure out what girls really wanted in a toy before they could reach them. The 4-year journey to create LEGO Friends, LEGO chose to act, and they didn't act quickly. They worked on one of the biggest toy study projects ever for 4 long years, from 2008 to 2012. They knew what girls wanted, not just guess. They talked to more than 3,500 girls and their moms from all over the world. They talked to girls, watched them play, and set up play groups to find out how they play and what they like about LEGO. They were shocked by what they learned. Toys weren't too easy or too simple for girls. They picked out different kinds of building sets. They liked making up stories, making friends, and making up scenes where they could picture themselves. They wanted characters that were more like real people, rooms with more detail, and role-playing games where they could act out real-life events. LEGO made a whole new line called LEGO Friends based on all of this study. It came out in France in December 2011 and in North America at the beginning of 2012. 5 people, Andrea, Emma, Mia, Olivia, and Stephanie, live in a town called Heart Lake City, which is where the sets were built. Each girl had her own style and things she liked. Emma liked art, Andrea liked music, Mia loved animals and nature, Olivia liked science and making things, and Stephanie liked throwing parties and getting people together. The revolutionary mini doll design. The mini doll figure was one of the most interesting and new parts of LEGO Friends. These were not like the other LEGO minifigures. The mini dolls were a bit bigger and shaped more like real people. They still fit with regular LEGO bricks, but their bodies and faces looked more real. Their hair also changed. The mini doll's hair was made of soft rubber instead of hard plastic, so kids could decorate it with bows, clips, and other things. Girls could make the dolls more like real people and give the dolls more ways to be their own. This was something the company thought about a lot because studies had shown that girls wanted toys that looked and felt more like them. But not everyone was glad when LEGO Friends came out. The launch actually made a lot of noise. A lot of people on the internet started attacking LEGO just hours after the news came out. Parental groups, feminist groups, and LEGO fans who have been around for a long time all said that the new sets were biased. They didn't like how pink and purple were used or how many of the sets were of beauty shops, cafes, and homes. They said that girls were being pushed toward old-fashioned gender roles by LEGO. More than 50,000 people asked LEGO to stop making LEGO Friends in a petition. Protests were led by groups like Pink Stinks in the UK and the Spark Movement in the US. Some people even said LEGO Friends was one of the year's worst toys. They thought the line made girls think they should only like certain types of play. LEGO replied that they weren't trying to put girls in their place. Instead, they were trying to give them something new and important. The company said that the Friends sets were just as good for making as their other sets. That the design was based on real feedback from girls was brought up again. The incredible success story. Even though some people didn't like it, LEGO Friends became a huge hit. It was one of the best times for LEGO to release a new product. Sets sold twice as many in the first year as the company thought they would. Over $4.2 billion was made by LEGO by the end of 2012. This was a 25% increase from the previous year. So many people bought the sets right away that LEGO had to hire about 1,000 more people to keep up. Several LEGO Friends sets were sold out during the Christmas season. LEGO beat out big names like Mattel to become the best toy company in the world thanks to the success of Friends. LEGO Friends did more than just play with blocks. It grew into a whole world of fun. Kids could get more into the stories of Heart Lake City through TV shows, movies, and computer games. The first cartoon season of LEGO Friends started in 2012 and went on for a long time. The five friends worked together to solve problems and help their neighborhood, and the show followed them. Other versions, like Girls on a Mission and LEGO Friends: The Power of Friendship, had even more lessons and stories. The first full-length LEGO Friends movie, LEGO Friends: Girls for Life, came out in 2016. It was a movie about fame, being honest, and friendship, and it showed how the girls dealt with a popular pop star's stolen song. It showed that LEGO Friends was more than just a toy. It could be used to tell stories. Playing video games also became normal. Even though the first LEGO Friends game came out in 1999, it wasn't until 2013 that the series became a big hit with a social simulation game for Nintendo 3DS and mobile devices. Kids could go on short trips, meet characters, and look around Heart Lake City. Games like LEGO Friends, Heart Lake Rush made things even more fun by letting players race through the city with their favorite characters and get to know them better. The 2023 revolution. The world was very different in 2022. LEGO knew it was time to make another update for LEGO Friends. This is why, in January 2023, they added 8 new characters: Aaliyah, Autumn, Leo, Leanne, Nova, Ollie, Paisley, and Zach. This new group was all about accepting everyone as they are. They were from different countries, liked different things, and even reflected differences in real life. Like Autumn, she was born with only one arm. Things that real kids deal with, like anxiety or vitiligo, were in some of the figures. In the world of Friends, boys were added as important characters for the first time. LEGO wanted every kid, no matter where they came from or what was going on in their lives, to feel like they belonged. The Friends show from 2023 was more about bonds, real-life problems, and learning how to help each other. LEGO Friends gave a lot of girls who might not have played with LEGO sets before the chance to build. Many sets have been sold all over the world, and the theme is still one of LEGO's most popular ones. Because LEGO showed it could work, other toy makers began to pay attention to what girls really want. Now that you know the full story behind LEGO Friends, from the challenge LEGO faced to how it became a worldwide success, what do you think? Should toy companies do more to truly understand what kids actually want? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss a story like this. Thanks for watching.